today's session, we are going to dive into an important topic called source list. What is source list? A source list is a master data element in SAP that lists all the approved vendors for a specific materials within a plant. It ensures that the procurement is carried out only with those vendors that have been pre-approved, helping to streamline and control the purchasing activities. Now, if we have to talk about the key features, we have source of supply. Source of supply, it specifies the vendor that are authorized to supply a particular material. Validity period, it includes the validity from 2 days, determining when a vendor is allowed to supply the materials. Fixed and blocked sources. You can designate a vendor as a fixed source to prioritize them or mark them as a blocked to prevent the procurement from the vendor during a certain period. Now, if you take an example for the source list, let us say your company needs to procure laptops. You might have several approved vendors such as Dell, HP, and Lenovo. Now, a source list would be created for a material laptops using these vendors along with the period during which they are authorized to supply the laptops. Now, for an example, Dell is the preferred, which means a fixed vendor for the period of January 1st to December 31st. Okay, and HP is an alternative vendor valid from 1st of March to 30th of March. Now, if we take the another vendor, which is Lenovo is the another vendor, but they might be blocked from 1st of April to 31st of July due to the performance issues. Now here, the source list ensures that when your purchasing department needs to buy the laptop, they will select from these pre-approved vendors following the rules set in the source list. Okay. Now we also have a different types of source list. Okay. There are different ways to categorize and manage the source list in the SAP. Now, if we talk about the sourcing, we have a single sourcing. Now, the single sourcing it involves using a single vendor as a source of supply for a material. For an instance, if you decide to purchase all laptops from Dell for an year, Dell would become a single source listed in the source list. Okay. Now, multi-sourcing. This approach involves using the multiple vendors for the same material to reduce the risk of supply chain disruption. Now, in our case, if we have taken example, both Dell and HP might be listed as a valid vendors in the source list, giving the purchasing department the flexibility to choose the between them. Okay. And to create the source list in SAP S/4HANA, we use the transaction code ME01. Okay. And we can also follow the menu path as following. So first, we will take a look at its configuration. I'm already in the display in the screen, and under the node material management, go to purchasing node. If you scroll down, you will find something called source list. Expand the node and then execute define source list requirement at plant level. Execute it and go to the position, locate your plant. If you now, if you see here, if you check the box source list for your plant, so what exactly it does? It makes the source list mandatory for all the materials in that particular plant, which means if your organization requires that the source list is mandatory, then you can mark the checkbox against each plant of your organization uses. Okay, but however, in our business scenario, we will leave it as blank. Okay, now go back. Next, you can maintain the search helps. So that's all the configuration for the source list. Now I will go back. As I mentioned earlier, you can create a source list either through the purchasing info record, or alternatively, you can go back to the SAP Easy Access screen, then go under the node logistic, material management, purchasing, master data, and expand the node source list. You can see the transaction code ME01 to maintain the source list. So if you double click on it, here the material, raw material, and the plant will be picked up automatically. You can click enter Now you'll be landed on the screen. You need to enter the validity dates here. So we will choose 1st of August 2024 to 31st of December 2024. Or you can also choose, instead of 2024, you can also choose 999, which indicates no end date. Okay. Then we will choose our vendors as the same vendors. I will choose the same vendor which we have created for the purchasing info record. So our purchasing organization is SUPO. You need to enter the order unit as well here. Since we have already used carton for the purchasing this material, so I will use the same order unit, which is carton. Here you can also enter the agreement item if needed. Now, for suppose if this supply source is a fixed vendor, then you can select this box. You can mark the checkbox, and if in case if you want to block this vendor, you can mark the checkbox here. Further, you can enter the material requirement planning data. Once you are finished, hit save. Source list is saved now. Now, to view the source list, select it, click the details button. You can take a look at the source list details like the validity dates, vendor, purchasing organization, and order unit. Further, you can simulate the source of supply. Go to the top menu, select extras, and then click simulation. Click on source of supply, choose the simulation date, and press enter to continue. Now, this will show you the effective source of supply under purchasing organization, and that the source list has been automatically picked up the existing purchasing info record for this material with a combination of plant, vendor, and material. So that's it. This is what you need to know about the source list. And the one more important point, now if you want to make the source list mandatory for a particular material, go to the material master. Now under the purchasing tab, there is an option to mark the checkbox for source list. If you mark this checkbox, it will make you the source list mandatory for that particular material. If you don't, then the source list won't be mandatory. So that's it. We have completed the configuration and the creation of source list. Now I will proceed to the next lecture where I will show you the how to use the quota arrangement usage. I will cover this in the next lecture. Thank you.